Keanu Reeves rides the subway alone. No entourage, no bodyguards, no performance. He sits on public park benches eating lunch by himself, like any other person. He moves through one of the most fame-obsessed industries on the planet, completely unbothered by it. Why? Because he does not need your validation to feel expensive. You live in a society that worships noise. You have been conditioned to believe that if you're not loud, you do not matter. That significance requires a megaphone. That you need to constantly announce your presence, defend your reputation, and prove to every room you walk into that you belong there. You are playing a rigged game. Being loud is not a sign of power. It is a sign of panic. The loudest person in any room is always the one who is most terrified of being ignored. The person who needs everyone to know how well they're doing is the person who is not sure themselves. Real power is quiet. It always has been. Let us look at how you actually operate day to day. Someone disagrees with you in a comment section. Your heart rate spikes. You spend 20 minutes drafting a response to a complete stranger who will forget about you in 4 seconds. A coworker makes a slightly cutting joke at your expense. You spend the next 3 days running the perfect comeback through your head in the shower. You post something and it gets fewer responses than you expected. Your entire mood for the afternoon collapses. You are chronically bothered and you are exhausted because of it. You are completely enslaved to the opinions of people you do not even respect. You tell yourself you are defending your reputation. You are not defending anything. You are guarding an incredibly fragile ego that requires constant feeding and constant protection. Every time you react to a minor slight, you bleed energy. Every time you flex to prove your status to someone who does not matter, you leak power. Every time someone pulls the string and you dance, you are confirming to yourself and to everyone watching that your emotional state is available for rent to whoever wants to disturb it. That is the definition of weakness. Not loudness, not aggression, reactivity, the inability to sit still while someone tries to move you. Now let us talk about what genuine detachment looks like. Keanu Reeves is one of the most recognizable human beings on the planet. He has the money and the status to demand constant, overwhelming attention. He actively refuses it. He does not engage in industry drama. He does not sit on social media correcting people who criticize his work. When people mock him, he does not respond. When people praise him, he simply nods and moves forward. He operates in a state of complete internal stability. Detachment is not coldness. It is not indifference. It is not some emotional shutdown. Detachment is the deepest form of self-respect available to a person. It is the understanding that your internal value has nothing to do with external events, what people say about you, how many people applaud you, whether the room validates your presence or ignores it entirely. None of that touches him because his foundation is not built on any of it. When you do not need the room to applaud you, the room loses its power over you completely. You cannot insult a person who does not care about your hierarchy. You cannot threaten someone who has already made peace with themselves. You cannot move someone whose ground is internal. That is what untouchable actually means. Not invincible, not aggressive, just completely free from the need for your approval. Here is the law you need to internalize. Peace is power. You do not need to be loud to be significant. Validation is a cheap drug for the insecure. Detachment is the luxury of the genuinely elite. And right now, you are addicted to the drug while wondering why you never feel full. Here is what you do about it. 4 protocols. Start today. First, the let them be wrong rule. Your biggest addiction is the need to be understood. When someone misreads you, you rush to correct them. When someone has a wrong opinion of you, you work overtime to change their mind. You feel like if people misunderstand you and you say nothing, then the misunderstanding becomes the truth. It does not. Starting today, you are going to let people be wrong about you. If they think you are arrogant, let them. If they think you are struggling, let them. If they have built an entire story about who you are based on incomplete information, let them keep it. You do not owe anyone a guided tour of your character. There is massive quiet power in hearing something false about yourself and choosing to walk away without a single word. Reclaim that energy. Let them be wrong. Second, stop announcing your moves. You are addicted to the applause of the starting line. You announce the new business before you have made $1. You post about the gym routine on day 2. You tell people about the goal before you have done a single day of work toward it. You want the validation before you have earned it. And that need for early applause is exactly what kills most plans before they ever get real. Go dark. For the next 90 days, tell nobody what you are building. Work in complete silence. No updates, no previews. No teasing what is coming. When you stop seeking external cheers, you are forced to find internal reasons to keep going. That internal drive is the only kind that actually lasts. Let the results make the noise. Until then, say nothing. Third, the reaction delay. You react to everything instantly. Someone sends a passive-aggressive message, and you fire back within seconds. You're operating on raw emotion dressed up as confidence. Install a firewall. Whenever you feel that spike of anger or insecurity, whenever something provokes you, enforce a 24-hour delay before you respond to anything that is not urgent. Do not reply. Do not post. Do not say anything out loud. Let the emotion burn through its cycle. 99% of the things that feel critical in the moment will look completely irrelevant by tomorrow. The reply you almost sent, the post you almost made, the confrontation you almost forced. Most of it was the emotion talking, not you. By forcing the delay, you strip the situation of its power and keep your own. Fourth, the solitude audit. You cannot be at peace in the middle of chaos if you cannot be at peace in a quiet room by yourself. You fill every silence with noise because you are uncomfortable with your own thoughts. Music in the gym, podcasts on the commute, phone in hand the moment you sit still. You are running from yourself constantly and wondering why you feel so unsettled. Sit alone for 15 minutes every day. No phone, no music, no input of any kind. Just you and the silence. It'll be uncomfortable at first. That discomfort is the withdrawal from the noise addiction. Push through it. Because on the other side of that discomfort is the realization that you are completely fine on your own, that you do not need the constant stimulation, that you do not need the crowd to feel okay. And the moment you know that you stop desperately clinging to it, here is the reality. You can keep fighting for scraps of attention. You can keep barking at every person who barks at you. You can stay loud and reactive and completely exhausted by the maintenance of an ego that demands constant feeding. Or you can step out of the circus entirely. The most powerful person in any room is never the one making the most noise. It is the one watching everything with complete calm. The one who has seen it all before. the one who is simply not available to be disturbed. You do not need to prove your worth to people who have not even proven their worth to themselves. Drop the ego. Own the silence. Become untouchable. If you are done defending your ego and ready to own your peace, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment right now that says I am unbothered. Then put your phone down. Sit in silence for 15 minutes and stop giving your peace away to people who never deserved it.